Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear students, hope you are good and safe at your homes. Welcome to this first online computer class. Our today's topic is flowchart. From page number 6 to 15 of book. In this lesson, we will discuss about the flowchart in detail. In this lesson, you are going to learn number 1, definition of flowchart. Number 2, importance of flowchart. Number 3, requirements for flowchart. Number 4, symbols of flowchart. And number 5 is examples of flowchart. So let's discuss them one by one. So let's start. First of all, definition of flowchart. Definition of flowchart. A flowchart is a type of diagram that represents a workflow or process. A flowchart can also be defined as a diagrammatic representation of an algorithm, a step-by-step approach to solving a task. The flowchart shows the steps as boxes of various kinds and their order by connecting the boxes with arrows. So here you can see the steps are shown here as boxes, and the order of problem or flow of problem is shown by using flow lines. So the second step is importance of flowchart. Why it is important to draw a flowchart. First step is, you can say that in problem solving, flowchart is important for planning and working of program. Second step is, flowchart is also used to show the flow of problem, whether it is up to down, it would be left to right. And third step is, Flowchart is also used to understand a problem. If you draw a flowchart, then it makes easy to understand a problem. And fourth step is we can analyze our problem in more effective way by using flowchart. And fifth step is flowchart is a very efficient way or good way to communicate with other people. And now third step is requirements for flowchart. What are the requirements to draw a flowchart? There are four requirements to draw a flowchart. Number one is input, number two, processing, number three, output, and number four is decision making. For example, you are going to add two values. Then our inputs will be 2 and 3. So this is first step and the second step is processing. We are going to add these two values like 2 plus 3, so this is process. Our output is 5, so this is our third step. And fourth one is decision making. In decision making, it is used to determine whether a statement is true or false. And according to that, we have to take a decision. Now we are going to discuss about the symbols of a flowchart. First symbol is arrow and the symbol name is flow line. It is used to determine the flow of steps in a flowchart. Second symbol is rounded rectangle and the symbol name is terminal. It indicates start and end of a flowchart. Third symbol is rectangle and its name is process. It represents operations to change values. Fourth symbol is diamond symbol and its name is decision symbol. It shows a conditional operation that determines which one of the two paths to take. The operation is commonly a yes or no question or a true false test. Next symbol is parallelogram, which is input output. It indicates the input of data from user or displaying result to user. And next one is circle, which is connector. If a flowchart doesn't fit on a page, Then we use connector to connect parts of a flowchart on different pages. Now we are going to discuss an example of a flowchart. Here is the question, and question is: draw a flowchart to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit temperature. So, how to draw a flowchart for this problem? Let's see. To draw a flowchart of this problem, first of all, we have to start our flowchart by using terminal symbol, and after this we have to show our flow that is from up to down. And now we have to take input number Celsius. So here we will put it in input output symbol, and in next step the result would be computed by applying the formula, and formula is given here. After this processing we have to show our result, the result stored with the name Fahrenheit and the value stored with the name Fahrenheit, and we are going to print it in input output symbol. So next the flowchart is ended. Hope you understand today's lesson. Now we are going to move today's homework. Here are some questions for you students, and you have to write and learn these questions. You have to write these questions in your notebooks. And question is, which is short question, what are the tasks performed by most of the flowchart, or less steps for drawing a flowchart? And answer is, mostly flowchart performs following tasks. Number 1, input to the flowchart. Number 2, type of processing required. Number 3, decisions to be taken. And number 4, the output to be produced after processing. And next question, which is a long question, and question is, how do you determine requirements for a flowchart, or right steps for drawing a flowchart? And answer is, flowchart. First of all, the definition of flowchart. Flowchart is the graphical or visual representation of an algorithm to solve problem using symbols. The flowchart developer must determine the following requirements for the given problem or algorithm before drawing a flowchart. First one is input to the flowchart. Second one, type of processing required. Third one is decisions to be taken. And number four is the output to be produced after processing. Requirements for a flowchart. Input. The flowchart developer must know about the input for flowchart. For example, if the given problem is to find area of rectangle, here inputs will be length and width. Processing. The flowchart developer must decide what type of calculation is to be performed or which formula is to be applied to obtain the required result. For example, to find the area of a rectangle, the following formula is to be used. Length multiplied by width is equal to area. Decision. The flowchart developer must decide which control structures like sequence, repetition, or selection. You will take decision in repetition or selection are to be applied for the solution of the problem. For example, to find the largest number from any three given numbers. Output. The flowchart must be provides the required output or processed result. Dear students, hope you understood today's lesson. Thank you.